For Honor, How to Counter Highlander Part 1. Highlander is kind of a pretty weird fighter when it comes to all For Honor. He's unique because he's got two fighting styles, you could say. One is his defense when he's like holding his sword up towards his chest a lot, and then his offense or attack mode, basically when he's dragging his sword down like many random fictional characters. And yeah, when it comes to his two forms of combat, defense lets him basically guard and parry a lot, and also does quite some damage, not a lot. Basically, defense mode is made for turtlers, or turtles. It's, well, you could say uh, the type of playstyle people use. Then you have the good old offense, which makes just about every single attack you can do either heavy, which is almost all the time unblockable. So when you charge it up, your sword is on the ground like all cool looking. You go ahead and strike, and it will be an unblockable. Then you can do it again, unblockable, unblockable. And it's pretty crazy how you can do that. And also the fact that then you can grab your opponent, which is also an unblockable, and then throw them on the ground and go back to your regular combo. I'd say that's pretty crazy. But hey, still it's pretty balanced just because the fact, one, it's a huge sword. That means it's going to be very heavy, aka very slow attacks. And another small plus side of having a long sword when it comes to this guy is, well, range, but not too much range though. And it's more like area of effect more than range. You could say this guy's more fitting for a B flag roamer when it comes to Dominion. And when it comes to quick characters like just about every assassin, including Gladiator, and even the more notable ones, like maybe another turtle, or maybe Shinobi because the fact that he is long range instead of close range. Nobushi, kinda obvious there, and Centurion, kinda obvious there, I'm playing as him. And other than that, it's pretty easy to counter a noob good old Highlander. But when it comes to experienced players, which is what we're going to see in part 2, is going to be a little bit harder since the more experienced players know when to use which mode. Anyway, when it comes to new players, you just gotta know when to either strike, like regularly when he's in defense mode, or if he's in offense mode, when to back out of there, or when to parry, deflect, or just back out and strike again right in that moment when he's either winding up or after he launched the attack and he's all the way on the ground completely exposed with his shoulder just asking to be hit. And I'd say that Highlander's pretty unique, but that uniqueness can really put a dent in how good he can actually be with him. Just because he's slow and not a lot of damage is applied when you get hit. Even though it is pretty taunting when it comes to that huge sword, that might be one of his hidden secrets, aka fear. Other than that, I'd say when it comes to all the other games that I play, I'd say this guy is kind of, well, it can be countered by everybody if they know what they're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, then, well, it's gonna be kind of a hard time because of the unblockables after he goes into offensive mode. And so if you don't know what you're doing, so please back away and start to regain your thoughts. It's like, okay, remember the heavy timer is a little bit different now since the whole update. And other than that, there's pretty not a lot when it comes to a noob Highlander. Other than the fact that he might get a few things when it comes to fainting or picking up on your good old cheap patterns. Well, anyways, smack that like button, hit the sub, drop the comment, and I'll see you guys later for another video on the channel, and enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I'm out of here.
You captured Zone C. You lost Zone C.
I fight on!
Want us to hit them!